Leukemia diagnosis is so hard for people, and what happens to our patients, they're whipped off the side of the street and come live in a room for a month and a half.
The treatment is long, the treatment is arduous, it requires multiple hospitalizations over extended periods of time, and the care is delivered over the course of the illness. It's not about a day, it's not about an admission, it's about really going on that journey with that patient and family.
Here on Ellison 14, we have the opportunity to really affect the way patients and families deal with a really difficult situation.
You know, you get very close relationships with them, and if their family isn't here or they don't have anybody around, or it's the middle of the night, someone's there to talk to and help them out emotionally.
Certain things like even writing a note to a patient who's sleeping when you leave to say, I'm thinking about them and I wanted to let them know, bye for the day.
We have 2, maybe 3 patients during a shift.
So you're there with them all day in the room, and, you're very quick to notice any changes going on with them.
Yeah, in Ellison 14, they give you a really welcoming there. It's a warm place to be. Yes, one of your family is going through a lot, but at the same time, you can go to your house at night and trust that your family is going to be fine the next day, because the care they give your family there, they go out of their way to give them whatever they can.
Chris was a young man who came in with a new diagnosis of ALL, which is acute lymphoblastic leukemia. When it was becoming clear that Chris was not going to defeat his disease, it was Amy who first started to address with him, but what if?
When it was pretty obvious to us that Chris wasn't doing so well after about a year, I said to Dr. Attar, we have to tell Chris that it doesn't look good, but how do you not take hope away from our patient, yet give them the reality that there might not be a lot of time left? Dr. Attar and I sat down with Chris that day. We told him, we know that you want to get married. We know you want to provide for Anna and the kids. We can try to help to make that happen. I went to my boss, Alan Fitzgerald. So how would you like to have a wedding on the floor? And she said, absolutely.
So I said to Christian, pick a day and we can find everything we need to make a wedding happen.
It was definitely a group effort, and a lot of people were involved, from nurses to PCAs to OAs and USAs.
He was just over the moon excited, and really excited about flowers and colors and food and music.
I was Chris's nurse the day of the wedding. He was pretty ill at that point, and we wanted to make sure that he would be strong enough to stand up and not be a patient, but be a groom for his wife that day. It was sort of all chaotic all morning, and when it happened, you just kind of stopped and kind of took it all in. I was still trying to focus on him, but the emotion of it was just very overwhelming.
Everything just went so well. Just to walk in the room and see him there with a big smile, and he's like, wow, your dress is nice. What's the first thing he said? And I was already crying, and he's like, why are you crying? We're getting married.
I think it was important to him, and that made it important to us.
That's just pretty much how the nurses on this floor are, I think, and everyone always pulls together and helps each other out.
We're wonderful nurses, but we become even better joining this amazing team.
You look at what's important to a patient and to a family, and you figure out how to get it done. And it's the whole team that comes together to do that.